The Balawat gates once stood at the ancient town of Balawat in Mesopotamia around 883 through 824 BC. Today, only fragments of the bronze fittings of the gates have survived, but a full-sized replica is on display at the British Museum in London. The ancient town of Balawat was about 10 kilometers away from the city of Kalhu, also known as Nimrud. This particular time period in ancient Assyria involved King Ashurnasirpal II and then his son, King Shalmaneser III. The time range corresponded to the Iron Age of the region and the locally defined Neo-Assyrian kingdom. At least 3 gates were documented at Balawat. 2 of those gates were attributed to Ashurnasirpal II, another one was attributed to Shalmaneser III, and this gate was reconstructed for the display at the British Museum. Only the bronze bands and fittings have survived. The full reconstruction was possible through accessing the excavation documentation, the knowledge about similar gates, and the associated cuneiform text records. The gates were made of vertically aligned pieces of wood, described as cedar wood in the cuneiform texts. The wood was reinforced by horizontal bands of bronze fittings. The construction stood about 6.8 meters tall. Framing the 2 sides of each gate, the large rounded wood pillars may have been fashioned from tree trunks and then refined into smooth shapes. These pillars originally were emplaced into stone sockets in the ground, and they could rotate within those sockets. The 8 horizontal rows of bronze bands were decorated with scenes honoring the king. Several of these pieces were preserved surprisingly well, conveying the story of King Shalmaneser III's expedition to find the source of the Tigris River in 853 BC. Reportedly, the source was found in a cave, sometimes called the Tigris Tunnel. Until this discovery, the Tigris River had been regarded as a living deity and not necessarily following the laws of nature like other rivers. By comparison to this well-preserved palace gate of Shalmaneser III, only scant fragments survived at the older palace gate of Ashurnasirpal II, showing scenes of war, captives and tribute bearers, as well as scenes of the king and his companions hunting lions and wild cattle. These observations clarify that each gate was unique and relevant for the specific king who was being commemorated. The gates were installed in places of public view. People could see a gate from the exterior, even if they did not walk through the gate to enter a particular palace or temple. In this way, the story of the king was reinforced during the course of daily life. The Balawat gates can be understood as monuments that materialized the king's power and authority into the physical structure of the community. The Balawat gates can be appreciated for the technical and artistic output, the commemoration of a historical record, and the potential insights into the broader social, political, and ideological context of ancient Assyria. Would you like to expand on this information about the Balawat gates? Would you like to see more videos of these kinds of topics? Please remember to share your ideas and suggestions in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.